Out of my way, I'm coming. Mommy, I've met gamers. We all go out gaming. I have told you I don't game. Back to work, you dirty loser. Mommy, I'm a gamer. I'll make you proud of me. Slinging crystal left and right, always shouting Mr. White. Mommy, I'm a gamer. Your daughter, RCB. Darling, 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 mommy, I'm a gamer. And Paper Mario's my favorite game. Once upon a time, in the Shakespearean land we live in, ponies grew weed in the snow, but unfortunately snow plus grass does not equal good living. The fire is out and everyone is chilling, but alas, the flying horses above are also feeding themselves to their gamer cosmetics, and to the east, the Spaniards only have 1p for their soup, and alas, this has not stopped them from snowing in because magic isn't real. So they all have a racism debate as they fight over the foods, unable to realize that it's winter. Nothing grows in the winter, so they complain, and complain to the council they do, but alas, the leaders from Spain come. The Queen of Spain is here, and the Queen of Gaming is here, and the Queen of Drugs is here. Queen Lean, Queen Spain, and Queen Gaming all in one place. The debate begins. Give me my mouth. You can't have any of my drugs. This isn't my fantasy. Listen, you guys gotta be more gamer about this. Yeah, sharing is caring. What? Sharing my drugs with you people? Nah, wait, hold on, that's a good idea. We all need to share drugs more. That'll get us all high and have a good time. Listen, we don't want to get high. We need our focus to be on our gaming and getting those Call of Duty points and dog tags. What about you, Spanish? Darling, 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 darling. Wow, I can't believe I can speak Spanish, you guys. Am I high or what? Anyway, what are we gonna do? We need to get the high scores in world achievements. Yeah, we need to game. Darling, darling. Listen here, I may understand what you said. Darling, 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 darling. Well, you may leave now, but you can't have my drugs. Oh no, we're all stuck in the door. Oh, it's cold. And so the ghost of Christmas passes here. But alas, sharing isn't caring. As the queen takes her force out, gamers assemble. You all need to get the platinum records, but we don't game. Queen gaming. Nonsense, this is the gamer empire, and all the gamers rise up before their queen, for I am the gameriest of gamers of all time. Oh no. Darling. Darling, 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 darling. How many times do I have to say we need to speak English to integrate with society? Darling, 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 darling. Oh yeah, the chimney crack is in the house tonight. Can you please stop getting high for one moment? Nonsense, I always get high. I'm the queen of drugs and lean, and right now I'm taking my black flavored cocaine. Taste it, it really gets me high. And also chimney ashes as well. Yeah, I don't care what you have to say, but I have some words to say. What? That gives me an idea. I'm going to make the biggest drugs. You did that one already. What? I already did that? Aw man, I'll have to do it again. But that won't solve anything. Our people are in danger, and we still need to take over the opposing lands. That's a very business proposition idea for you to say. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm your financial advisor. Nonsense. We'll sell more drugs than they can have money, and all I need is a winter wonderland of crack. Well, it looks like your crack's in. Nonsense. The crack shall be mine, saver. Out of the way, I'm coming. Wait, hold on. Why haven't you upgraded your agility, my severe servant? Oh no. You spent it all on luck, didn't you? Luck doesn't get you anywhere fast, you know that. Get your dexterity up and we'll be there in 3 minutes. Come on. What if we gamble? Loot boxes are a series of pride and accomplishment. I don't think letting RNG run its course is good for gameplay. I mean, gambling's fun. You said so yourself. You gotta keep the lights going. Oh no, failure. This is why we're not gonna get any refunds. Darling, 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 darling. Darling, 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 darling. Rarity, I kind of forgot my line in this scene. Darling, 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 darling. Well, whatever you say, Miss Lady, but I don't speak Spanish. Darling, darling. What's my line? Darling, 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 darling. I have no idea what you're getting at, but let's go this way. Exit stage right. Darling, 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 darling. Darling, 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 darling. Okay, fine. Darling, 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 darling. And so none of the tribes could confirm their status as being alive, and they died in a blizzard. Darling, it's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life.